playing lead guitar. He's not normally in a wheelchair, but he broke both his ankles about 10 days ago, so it's fantastic that he's playing with us. Behind Dave, playing Hammond organ and piano and myriad other keyboards, the wonderful Bo Costa. Next to Bo, also playing keyboards and guitars and a great slide guitar, a very old friend and long time colleague of mine, John Carey. Stage left, I've got 3 musicians who I hadn't worked with live for this tour, but they made Is This the Life We Really Want with me, and we had such a great time making that record. I asked them to come on the road and they agreed. They're 3 fantastic musicians. The first one here, playing the bass and playing guitars, Gus Seifert. Next to Gus, playing the drums, keeping us all moving forward together, the legendary Joey Waronker. Every band worth its salt should have at least one hippie, and we do. So there he is, playing lead guitar, singing most of the lead vocals, our resident hippie from Southern California, Mr. Peace and Love, Jonathan Wilson. Every band should also have at least one Scottish person in it, and we have those 2. Another very old friend of mine, we go back to the 80s. In fact, this man next to me, standing here, produced an album of mine back then. He's the producer of Radio Chaos. So, frae bonny Scotland, frae north of the border, ladies and gentlemen, the producer of Radio Chaos, playing for your delight this evening, the tenor saxophone, Master Ian Ritchie. And lastly, here, quite rightly sharing the centre of the stage, from the indie band Lucius, the adorable, delectable, beautiful, incomparable, and extraordinarily talented Jess Wolfe and Holly Essie. tears are partly because she feels your love. But they're also partly because we've been together on the road for 20 months, and this is our last gig. So, although most of us are manly men who don't show our emotions, we're all feeling a bit. We're gonna, I love you too. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say this, and we're gonna play a couple more songs, but before we do, I think you guys should give the new president all your support. He is not a believer in neoliberal economics. That is the most important thing in any leader of any country, anywhere in the world, right now. He does not believe in trickle down. Also, from what I've read of what you've said, he said, he does believe in human rights. And as I've said, at almost every gig we've done in these 20 months, there comes a time in everyone's life when they have to decide whether or not they subscribe and believe in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights from Paris in 1948, which declared that all our brothers and sisters all over the world, irrespective of their nationality, ethnicity, or religion, deserve equal human and civil rights under the law. All right, I won't bang on. We sense a lot of love in this room. It's coming from you to us, and it moves us deeply. So thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Mexico. You are the best audiences in the world. Okay, we're going to do a song which is actually a medley of the last 3 songs on the new album, Is This the Life We Really Want? The songs are called Wait for Her, Oceans Apart, and I can't remember what the song's called, but it doesn't matter. Oh, and He Died, I believe it's called. Okay. What this is about is it's about how if we're lucky enough to experience romantic or erotic love for another human being, that experience can be transformative. And it can cause us to look into our hearts and transcend what was there before and encourage empathy for other human beings, irrespective of the loved one, that we all have the capacity for in a way somewhere. And it's only if we reach in and find that empathy for other people's children that we will save this fragile planet that we all live on for our children and their children and all the grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and create a future for the earth. That's what I believe. That's what With a glass I lay the gemstones on a pool around the evening, among the perfume roses, wait for her. With the patience of a petals, loaded from the mountains, like a stoic, noble prince, wait for her. With 7 pillows laid out on the stick, when the center of a woman's incense fills the air, be calm and wait for her. And do not flush the sparrows that are nesting in her brakes, all along the barricades, wait for her. She comes, wait for her. And if she comes, wait. Let her be still. Summer afternoon, a garden in let her breathe the air that is falling too low. Let her take her to the mountains, salt and milk, hear the rustle of her soul, wait for her. Don't let your eyes alight upon the twin doves of her breast, lest they take flight, wait for her. And then she comes, wait for her. And then she comes, silver water before wine. Do not touch her hand. Let your fingertips rest at her command. Speak softly as a flute to a driven violin. Breathe out, breathe in, wait for her. might feel a little sick. So can you stand up? You believe it's working.